Well, you see them everywhere, keeping an eye on casinos, hotels, and businesses in the valley. We're talking about private security who help respond to situations sometimes before even law enforcement can.
But now changes could come to their attire. 8 News Now reporter Victoria Saha attended a special meeting where Metro shared some concerns over security officers' uniforms overlapping.
Private security officers are spread out across the valley, oftentimes wearing heavy-duty uniforms.
You can't look like a cop to the regular person.
That was the biggest concern at Thursday's meeting with the Private Investigators Licensing Board. Private security company uniforms are approved by Metro, but now it's Metro that's concerned about the uniforms and the duties of security officers.
We are not asking to look identical to law enforcement. We are asking for support.
Discussing possible changes in uniform, ranging from the protective gear, color to patches, isn't sitting well with the many security leaders.
People come to a property who they see first, security.
That uniform and that badge, to me, is a de-escalation tool.
But that de-escalation tool is being questioned by Metro.
Wearing a badge that represents otherwise can be very confusing to the public, but other law enforcement.
The board brought in Lieutenant Allie Burnett with Metro's Special Investigative Unit. She showed examples of how security uniforms could look like police.
It would be extremely confusing. We would never ask them to take police action.
But the big concern expressed is that private security officers are often the first to respond and react. So what would happen if their authoritative look softens?
Shots fired at Jones Gardens, and all of our units was there, but it was not one police officer there.
You don't want to turn it into another Uvalde,
Right.
or some similar situation like that.
Today's meeting was just a discussion. No decisions have been made. The next steps would be hosting a workshop with Metro and security officers to discuss their uniforms. Victoria Saha, 8 News Now.
Now, if the board decides to approve the changes, it would have to be presented to the legislature. Then it could take up to a few years for the changes to go into effect. Some of the security companies tell Victoria it could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to make any changes to the current uniforms.